Hello everybody, today on AKK Media we are going to be doing a clan overview, but first please do like, subscribe, visit on Twitch and do all that good stuff, share the video, all those good things. So to talk about clans, let's start about talking about why exactly or what is a clan. A clan is a group of 10-0, going to give you some access to some different things you're going to want. And do you need a clan in order to be able to complete the storyline quests? And the answer is no, you do not, but it sure does help. And it will help you get access to a lot of things that you're going to want. So let's start first by visiting the clan dojo. This is going to be an area that you head to specifically when you are in a clan, and you're going to want to be able to go there because there are several advantages to going to your dojo. The first of which is going to be that you're going to be able to trade here, and at Maru's Bazaar, there's going to be a very substantial tax to be able to trade there should you wish to trade at Maru's. And that's going to be a credit cost, so it's not that big of a noticeable deal, but you are going to notice that if you go to your dojo for your clan, you may be able to trade here at one of these trading posts with other players, and most clans will operate with a 0% trading tax. What that means is that you don't have a tax to trade here, except for the one that DE levies for trading. Now, they're going to charge you to be able to trade for anything for plat or different items, things like that for credit cost, but it will be substantially lower than Maru's Bazaar. Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about as to why you're going to want your clan is these research labs that we have on the side here. This is going to be the Corpus Energy Lab, and then we have our Vernier Chemical Lab. Over this way we have our Nano Lab, and this is just my dojo setup. Your dojo setup may look different for your clan. And our Infested Biolab. Now each of these labs is going to give you access to blueprints, such as, for example, here we have mutagen masses, which are going to be needed for creating a lot of the components for various different types of weapons. And then say I wanted to research the Torrid, I could then buy the blueprint of the Torrid for 15,000 credits. Now 15,000 credits is relatively insubstantial, as are the rest of these weapons. But the thing is that if you don't get these, you're going to have to get them either from the store in your ship or from Darvo Deal, and those are going to cost plat. And plat, of course, is going to be more expensive if you don't have access to a dojo, because you're going to have to pay for credits for it. So that's for each trade that you do at Maru's. If you do have a dojo, you'll be able to have those things. Now let's talk about a little bit about when you're going to want a clan. And the answer to that is you pretty much usually around MR 8 to 16, you're going to want to start finding a clan to be able to get access to these weapons, so this way you can level up your MR a little bit easier. And those are going to be able to give you some advanced items. And one of the things that you're going to want, why I say 8 to 16, is because while you can research these things, your clan can research them, and then you can get the blueprints for the different weapons. So like for the Tenno Lab, I wanted the Zacti, I could look at this. One of the things, each lab that you have in your dojo, each of these weapons is going to require a different forma for them. So each of these items costs a forma to build, most of them anyway. I think the Nutrio thing doesn't require a forma, and I don't think like the Warframes do. I think those are just straight components for those. In the Tenno Lab, you're going to have a couple of different Warframes, Volt, Wukong, Zephyr, and also some different stuff for your Archwing stuff there. The different pieces of weapons, though, they're going to cost a forma each one. So until you're about MR8, you really can't afford to be building a whole lot of those, because you're going to need a couple of forma for certain weapons like the Heck and other entry level weapons that really kind of you got to spend your forma on those. But these around MR 8 to 16, you're going to want to find a clan. And another reason why you want to wait till about MR 8 is because instead of just joining a clan right away, is because a lot of times people that accept newer players, and this isn't always, but most of the time, people that accept newer players are just looking to have anyone join. And until MR 8, you're really going to need to keep those resources for yourself, really about MR 22, honestly, which is why you're going to want to join a bigger clan. So basically what you're going to see is to join a clan, you're going to go over here to the recruiting chat. You're going to see these things in here. You can write either looking for clan, or you can see somebody's advert on here for their clan. And let's just look at what an advert looks like for if somebody says what their stuff is. They're probably going to type in the link to their clan, which is going to look something like this. This Hands of the Void down here. Let's go ahead and click that, see what our clan says. And in here, we can look at what that clan has for us to find out what they have going on. We can see their stats. We can see the summary of their clan. The rank thing, that probably doesn't matter in most cases. What that has to do with is very little. It just tells you what they've researched and if they've done their ascension ceremony. For example, we specifically didn't go to MR or to rank 10 because we wanted to wait to give more endo to the different players. As a matter of fact, having a lower rank means that you can get more endo from that clan should they level up. Then for equipment, that's just going to tell you what the most used stuff is in the clan. That's really kind of irrelevant, but the research is really where you're going to want to go, and you're going to want to see completed for almost all of this stuff. Because if their research isn't completed, that means they're going to depend upon you to donate resources that you don't have because you're a newer player that you need to spend on your own items to be able to complete their research. This is why you want to get involved with a bigger clan if you're a lower level player. If you're a higher level player and you already have all your stuff and you're just looking for anything, join whatever clan you feel comfortable with, go hang out with your friends, that sort of thing. Getting into a bigger clan, though, early on is something that's really important. Now, a couple things bear mentioning here. The Ignis Wraith is something that most clans won't have researched unless they were in the top 10% of an event that happened several years ago. And the reason I say that is now you can still get your Ignis Wraith for either for free by asking. A lot of people give those away for free, or you can go on Warframe Market and get one for about 2 to 5 plat at any given time of day. So this is not something that you really need to worry too much about for the clan. If they do have it, that's great. Or if they have extra blueprints, like we give away blueprints for the Ignis Wraith in our clan, even though we don't have the research. So that's a nice little benefit. Some clans do that. But the 2 to 5 plat for that weapon is totally worth it. As far as the rest of this stuff, though, you're going to want to see it mostly completed or completely completed like this. One thing that you can kind of skip on is first the Orican Lab stuff. If the clan was not around years ago when that stuff happened, they can't actually research these things. And then also for colors, if they don't have those done, that's kind of okay because that's purely for cosmetic reasons. These colors allow you to color your dojo in different ways. So you'll see this room kind of has a black and red tint to it. So we researched those colors, and all that does is allow you to color the different rooms and lighting and stuff like that. It's not really relevant. The research is really what you're looking at there. So now if you are joining a clan and you do have lots of resources to donate, and you don't really care too much about it. And when I say lots, I mean it really depends upon the tier. But, at the higher levels and higher tiers, stuff costs hundreds of thousands of resources to upgrade. When you're looking at stuff like, the HEMA and a mountain tier clan that doesn't have that, that's going to be problematic because that means you're not going to be able to get that blueprint for a long time. So that's one of those things in there that's kind of a difficult thing to get a hold of. Otherwise, one of the other things you're going to want to look for in a clan is just to make sure they have a really pretty looking dojo. It's got a lot of decorations in it. If it doesn't, I mean, it's okay. It's not going to hurt you in game, but it's just nice to have a pretty looking dojo. It gives you a little sense of pride in your clan to have some cool looking decorations around. It means that a lot of your clan mates have dedicated a lot of time, effort, energy, and resources into the clan to be able to build stuff like this. So that's really important, from a cosmetic sense, but not so much as far as completing the stories or gaining access to weapons. Really, the primary thing is that you're going to want is those blueprints for different things in the labs. So again, just look at the when you're looking at this stuff here, click this open, take a look over here at the research. Make sure that they have these weapons completed and the Warframes completed that you're going to want. for the different labs. So these are kind of important. But I mean, if you want to join a smaller clan and you're a new player, you can, but it's not really all that recommended. And sometimes as a newer player, if you're MR2, sometimes you might find a clan that is, they'll take anybody and they have everything done, and they're a mountain tier rank 10 clan and they have everything done. It's just not that often that you're going to see that kind of an opportunity in the game. So generally speaking, look for the research to be done and wait till about MR8. Before that, people are going to want resources from you that you don't have to give, and that's not really going to help you, and it's not going to help them. They need to be recruiting higher tier level players to be able to donate research, because as an MR8 player, getting 1,000 polymer, that's kind of a big deal. For me, I can get about 1,000 polymer a minute for farms. Whereas it might take an MR8 player, 8 or 9 hours to do that. Being at a higher level and being able to grind like that, it makes a big difference. So just be aware of that. Note that your dojo is a really good resource to have, especially for this trading. If you join a clan and they do have trade tax on there, it's not necessarily the end of the world, but you might want to ask about it, because frankly, if your clan is headed by somebody who isn't max rank, the question is why, and how are they going to benefit you if you're looking to be max rank MR as well. If they haven't achieved that themselves, if they're trying to depend on you for credits. I mean, credits are not that hard to farm. You can go to the index and get millions of them in an hour. So if your clan is taxing you when you don't have credits to spend, it's something to think about. I mean, I would look for a different clan in that case if I was a newer level player. But yeah, it should be 0% tax in most dojos. They can tax you, and maybe they do, but ask about the tax. Ask about the research, and if it's all done. Particularly the HEMA, because that one's a real pain to farm. If dojo colors matter, maybe ask about the dojo colors too. If you want a really pretty looking dojo, maybe ask for a tour of the dojo and see all the pretty rooms. Because you can do quite a bit with your dojos, and have all kinds of cool looking stuff going on if you spend the time. But I mean, this is like purely cosmetic in here, except for this thing over here, which is the Ascension Altar, which gives endo if you level up your clan. But this stuff, it's just pretty looking. And if that matters to you, then maybe find a clan with a pretty looking dojo. But for the most part, this stuff isn't going to matter too much. It's not going to affect you terribly in 2018, because the level of clan content that we have right now is next to nil. The only clan contest there is, or clan content at all, is the dojo competitions that are run every so often. And that is specifically based upon subjective interpretation of the devs that judge these. They may like something for any reason or no reason at all. And what they pick for winners of that, all they get is platinum in their vault, which they can then spend on their dojo, which, I mean, that's not really a big help, because that really is used to like rush items in the dojo. So literally all that does is allow you to rush a few items, especially if you're a higher tier rank clan, which would be built anyway in 24 hours. So it's really not a big deal. You could also buy some resources, but that's such a waste of plat when you can farm so fast yourself with your clan mates, and it gives your clan something to do together, when you go out and farm pigments and resources together. And if you are a newer level player, maybe focus on getting your Warframes and getting your slots and getting your trading and all those things that you need to work on before you jump into to farms for your clan, because that stuff is, honestly, higher level players should be doing that. People that are MR 22 to 26 are people that they're the ones that need to be going and farming for that stuff, because they have nothing else to do in the game except maybe to help carry you on a mission you're having trouble with. So that's it for clans. I hope this video was informative. If you are looking for a clan and you are MR8 or higher, and you're a reasonably decent human being and can follow some basic simple rules like, don't troll other people and simple things like that, check out Hands of the Void. Again, that's this one here. Give me a buzz. We like to get new players in here, that want to have stuff, but don't necessarily feel restricted to join our clan. Join any clan that you like. Join clans with your friends, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of information about why you want to join a clan and what to look for in a clan when you're joining, and also when to join a clan. And that's it for AKK Media. Have a good one.